Welcome to Freedom to Fuel, the talk show that will energize how you think about your utilities. Brought to you by Huntsville Utilities and the American Public Gas Association. Coming to you this week from the Harborside Ballroom of the Hyatt Regency in Savannah, Georgia, I'm Todd Long with the Huntsville Utilities Orchestra, introducing your host, the Colonel, John Olszewski.
Wow, we have the most powerful person in all of APGA with us right now, Erin. Erin is the game changer for our space. She's a game changer. Yes. So Erin works for APGA,
and I've got it right here. Erin Kurilla is the Vice President of Operations and Safety of the American Public Gas Association. She's been with the APGA since 2017, coming to the organization from the American Gas Association. She works on pipeline safety advocacy issues and addressing member operations challenges. She supports the APGA Operations Committee and its Safety and Education subcommittees, working to improve the safety and reliability of the nation's pipeline infrastructure through sound regulations. She holds a bachelor's degree of science in, I typed that wrong, she holds a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering from the University of Pittsburgh and a master's of business administration from Carnegie Mellon University. Her new album, Pipeline of Love, is available now on all your favorite streaming platforms. Please welcome Erin Kurilla.
Pipeline of Love, huh?
How about that?
Well, you like that, don't you?
Oh, I love what I do.
Well, you do love what you do. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, you have two beautiful children.
I do.
Tell us about them a little bit.
I do. My daughter, Brooke, is 3.5 in SAS. I'm a servant in my own home. And my son is almost a year and about ready to walk, but he needs to wait until I get home to do that, please.
Well, here's the deal. I was at APG about 3 years, and we had John Erickson, great American, and we love John Erickson. But when John Erickson left, well, this whole process, who are we going to get to fill John Erickson's? It'll never be done. And we got Erin. And Erin is a superstar. And we appreciate everything Erin does. So Erin, tell us a little bit about what you really do every day, not what that thing says.
Well, you're very kind, because John Erickson is an institution in our industry. He needs no introduction. No one will ever fill his shoes, but I can only just do my best, right?
Well, you're doing well.
So I appreciate that. So what I do as the Vice President of Operations and Safety is I help our members meet the regulatory requirements to construct, build, design, operate, maintain the pipelines that they own, right? And so that comes in a couple different forms. I advocate for them. I try to be their voice where they have none. And then I also help them set up best practices, right? There's no reason. The beautiful thing about working for a utility is there's no such thing as competition, right? We all get to share across the table, especially when it comes to safety. And so I look for ways to tease out all the wonderful things that you guys are doing and make sure that you guys can copy and paste and share with each other.
Well, man, she said a lot there. Erin just ran a 3-hour meeting today, wasn't it?
Yeah. O&S, we're the real deal. Wake up, get your coffee, let's talk pipeline safety.
And so didn't I hear you say today you wake these people up a lot of times during the week during the month and have similar discussions like that?
Yes, every month we have an operations and safety call. It's just a 1 hour and it's a drink from the fire hose. Here's all the things you need to know. One of my goals in life, I have many goals in life, but one of my goals in life is for APGA members to never be caught off guard about what's coming around the next corner when it comes to pipeline safety regulations.
Well, I would argue right now, if they're caught off guard, it's their own fault. Because you're putting it out there.
People are busy.
I understand
they
that.
get lots of emails.
You're very nice, but
their time is precious.
I'm a husband. I just said a few minutes ago when your partner in crime, Stuart, was here, every morning at about 6 o'clock my time, 5:30 my time, there's 4 emails that show up.
Stuart drinks a lot of coffee.
So you have been around a little bit now. You've been with me a little bit now, and you know that I'm really, my theme is freedom to fuel.
Yes.
And you know that I'm standing on this ground that we fought for the right for choice.
Yes.
And we feel like sometimes we're being dictated, we have to electrify and all that. What do you think?
What do I think? Well, I recently built a new home with my husband. We were very excited about it. And we had a lot of choices about what went into our home. And we're thankful for those choices, right? We got to decide, do we want a gas fireplace in our home to enjoy in the holidays, right? We got to decide how we wanted to handle heating our water. We got to decide what we wanted to put in for our cooking and stovetop. And nothing's more American, right? Than being to build your own home and make those choices. So being able to work for an organization that values that is really, really important to me. And I'm thankful for that, and I'll fight for it, right?
Well, there's. I don't want to get on the other side of the Erin Carmichael. I ain't doing it. It's a butt whooping coming because you're going to lose. I'm going to lose because you are smarter than the average bear on all this stuff. I even made one comment about, what was that? It was fun now. And you were, what do you call the 20-year-old, 30-year-old?
You tried to come at millennials, and I
came
wasn't
at
having
millennials
it.
and got smoked. I got smoked by a millennial because I didn't even, I knew she was young, but I didn't put her in the millennial age thing. And man, did she give me the what for, and then I just backed off. You remember that, Erin?
I do remember that. And I'd like to remind John all the time, I am a typical millennial. You don't want to believe it, but millennials are passionate. They want the greater good. And they will, and I know they say that millennials don't want to work hard to get where they are, but it's just because they want to make an impact now. They don't want to wait their turn to make an impact.
Well, I get it. What you got? I know you got something to ask this great American.
Going back to the operations and safety part of it. I've only been working in utilities for about 5 years, right? But I know enough to know natural gas can be some dangerous stuff. I mean, if missed properly.
Turns out it's flammable and makes a fire. Yes.
Yeah, but you can. So rarely do you hear about some sort of terrible accident involving natural. It's a rarity.
It's an incredibly safe form of transportation of a highly flammable product.
And
wow,
and the pipeline system in this country is amazing. I had a chance to do some freelance work for the American Petroleum Institute many years ago, and I learned so much about how pipelines work. And it's just the redundancy and the safety measures that are built into these things. They're marvels of engineering. And we've got thousands of miles of them all over the country. I mean, you can't. I can't remember what the exact statistic was, but at any given time, you're standing within a certain. It was like a mile. You're within a mile of a pipeline, or some ridiculously small number. I mean, there's just that many of them out there, and I think it just shows industry-wide the priority that we put on safety in this business. I mean, accidents happen. We do electricity too. Accidents happen there as well. Electricity is some dangerous stuff. I mean, water's dangerous too, but it doesn't explode. So,
I think I'm going to get the statistic wrong, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway and hope that it's right, that there are more pipelines in this country than there are paved roads. And you think about what it takes to maintain paved roads in this country, and that's what it takes to maintain pipelines, and then some, right?
And a lot of cities just don't bother with the paved roads, quite honestly.
You've hit a pothole once or twice in your life. No, I mean, we take it very seriously, and the membership knows that. I always say there's no one more than the operator that wants the product they buy to make it to the cash register at the end of the pipe, and we do that by all of the numerous procedures, policies, programs that we put in place to keep the pipeline safe.
Well, we love Erin working for APGA.
I love APGA.
And we love that you show up every day, and we love that you fight our fight. And we appreciate all you do.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you.
Freedom to Fuel is produced by Huntsville Utilities in cooperation with the American Public Gas Association. The views expressed by the hosts and guests do not necessarily reflect those of HU or the APGA. Our audiovisual engineer is Amanda Tomczyk-Kemp with additional production elements provided by Jeffrey Long. If you have a comment or question, post it in the comments below. And remember, the freedom to fuel is only natural.